Hey, what is going on, everybody? Welcome back to Big Gaucho. This is talking investing shows completely out of pocket. So put money in your pocket. I'm Austin, back with the boys.
Hey, what's up, Big Gauchos? It's your boy Big Gaucho Tyler. We back, and Nicola's trash.
I agree.
Yeah, Dave's here. Hopefully, everyone had a great weekend and a great Thanksgiving on Thursday. We are back indeed. Before we get started, make sure to comment, like, subscribe. We really appreciate the support. And yep, you heard it from Tyler. Nikola is trash. So news just came out that the deal between GM and Nikola has officially been canceled. So that was the deal was initially supposed to occur, or it was initially made in September. And it was going to be where GM would be given an 11% stake in Nikola if they would supply Nikola with battery technology, fuel cell technology, and also produce their vehicle, the Badger.
About $2 billion is what that stake would be worth.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so it was considered a no loss deal with GM just because they would be pretty much given that 11% stake in the company if they did what they were promising to do, which is probably pretty easy for GM because they're such an established company. I'm sure they could easily supply batteries and fuel cells and also make their vehicle. It sounds weird that Nikola needs someone to make their vehicle if they're an automaker.
I would hope so. I'd hope it turns out okay for them, but it's not looking too good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm glad GM didn't do it because that $2 billion, 11% stake is honestly worth like $20 now.
Yeah. Their peak after that announcement recently was about $50 a share, and they've lost about half that, and that's just since September 8th. So it's not really anything to be proud of, definitely. But also they're saying that they're going to keep testing the prototypes of the big semi trucks in late 2021 and early 2022. So they're still really optimistic, and they're sending out a bunch of press releases about that, and they're saying that they can do it without GM. So I really don't think it's possible if they don't have the funding or the factory or anything. I think it's still a big hole in the ground. Like there's still no factory.
Oh yeah, 100%. I'm still like confused on. They're basically scrapping their original project, which was the Badger, and now
Yeah.
they're issuing refunds, so they're going to be losing even more money. And like that was the kind of like the whole point of Nikola was that electric truck, hydrogen cell, whatever it is. And
Yep.
now they're jumping to semi trucks. Like, how does that make any sense?
Everyone just got overly zealous trying to compete with the Cybertruck, and then Nikola realized they couldn't do it without GM, and GM's like, yeah, there's no way we're gonna beat Tesla. Also, your company's trash and built on lies, so kind of out of here.
Yeah, I mean, I wonder how much money the Hindenburg project has made from their puts on Nikola back in, what was it, September, October?
I know, dude. They're actually right too. They're probably $11. Yeah, I want a slice of that because we've been hating on Nikola for at least 6 months. I mean, we deserve some credit too.
Oh yeah, 100%. And honestly, this is great for like other EV companies because now Nikola's kind of out of the picture. So other investors might move to them. So Lordstown Motors, I think they definitely have a leg up in the race. So give them a look.
Yeah, you guys are just excited about that ride stock.
So 100%. Everybody's dropping Nikola. They got to go somewhere else that actually has promise.
I know,
Yeah,
man.
Tyler's always gonna plug Lordstown Motors at least once an episode.
Quick disclaimer: Tyler is on the board of directors, the CEO of Lordstown Motors. All opinions are biased.
Yep.
I just think it's
But
weird that they're gonna try to produce a semi truck because I feel like they would have to make the semi truck autonomous in order for that to actually work. Because no trucker is gonna want to drive 400 miles or whatever the range of the battery is gonna be, and then have to stop for an hour to charge and then drive another 400 miles.
yeah, definitely crazy range, and trying to keep that self-driving thing up because Tesla's doing it too. I mean, I
Mhm.
don't I don't know how they think they're going to develop a better product than Tesla. They could, but they don't have that big automaker support anymore. And the fact that they're giving refunds pretty much seems like they're admitting the failure on their part, which would be good for the consumer. But yeah, if you own any Nikola stock, you should make sure you jump ship ASAP, Rocky.
I think this is just like a ploy to keep investors from completely selling off. Just to say,
Okay.
yeah, we lost one, but we still got another one, so just stick with us for a little bit longer. But in reality, it's just a bottomless pit that money goes and never comes back.
Dude, I know it's gonna be such a bloodbath tomorrow.
That's true. And also, former CEO, I believe, right, Trevor Milton. He's like,
Yeah.
he just disappeared. He hasn't been seen since he stepped down.
Yeah, it's Mark Russell now is his name. So
Yeah, I mean, I think he deleted all his social media. He just went and became a ghost, essentially.
dude, I would too. You know, I mean, if I had as much money as he did in Nikola stock, I'd just liquidate all of it as fast as I could, and then just move to like Virginia or something, or like New Hampshire. Nobody ever talks about those places.
Now he's back in his what's it called, the largest house in
Utah.
Utah with his 400,000 acres of cattle.
I forgot about that. He's trying to be a rancher now.
Yeah, he has. I believe when I looked it up, he has, I think it was 85 million shares in Nikola.
Damn. So he's gonna have $6 tomorrow.
Probably.
Yeah, I mean,
not looking good.
He's definitely the largest stakeholder in Nikola still.
Definitely.
And I think I read somewhere, but I'm not 100% positive, that Nikola is going to release more shares into the marketplace, I think tomorrow.
Ooh.
And I think it was a significant amount of shares too.
Bad timing.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm not 100% sure. I didn't really look into it. I just saw it really quick, and I don't know. I just didn't really.
Can you imagine if the stock like drops off and they have huge stock dilution in one day? They might actually go to $5 in one day.
Dude, we should have called the puts.
I know. I mean,
I don't do
could have
those.
predicted this?
Oh, I don't either. It's so risky. But
I do, and I mean, it's only made good money like one time out of like 15 or 20. So just because you see it work on Reddit doesn't mean it's gonna work in real life.
Wise words from a wise man himself.
Thank you.
Yep.
Try my
Big
best.
velocity.
Be relatable to the modern audience. But we'll keep checking in on Nikola. But what's the news about Apple coming in?
Yeah, so Apple's being fined again, right? Because we talked about them last week. They got fined for their iPhone updates, right? It was destroying the phone's technology or something.
Yep.
That was 2 episodes ago. Last week we talked about how their chief security officer or staff member was bribing the police for
gun permits with iPads. So stupid.
Yeah, so Apple's been in the news quite a bit.
It's starting to become the new Nikola of the show.
Yeah, they're being fined left and right, and bad stuff is happening. They're getting bad publicity, but they're being fined again, this time by Italy, and it's only for a meager $12 million, which is 10 million euros, which is what they're being fined for. It's just, I did the conversion because we don't know what euros are here.
4 cents.
But yeah, they're being fined for false advertisement because they claimed that the iPhone version 8 through 11 were waterproof for 30 minutes at depths up to 4 meters deep, and apparently that is not true at all.
So did somebody just like tie a phone to a string and just like hold it in their pool and time it for 30 minutes?
I'm not entirely sure why it was like proven false, but the Italian Competition Authority, which is the AGCM, I don't know why that's abbreviated AGCM. It's just, I guess Italians don't know how to spell or something. But they said that
translation.
They said that the Apple claim only applies to pure water that's done under laboratory conditions, and it's not applicable to the real world. So I'm guessing what they did in Apple is they probably just had pure H2O water that was probably distilled a bunch of times, so it's actually just water, and that's what they use to test. But nothing in the real world is pure H2O. Your tap water has, fluorine and other salts in it, and pool water has chlorine and probably other garbage in it.
And like dirt, and like dirt from like yards and landscaping too, and rocks and whatever, pollen.
Yeah, so I guess that was what was considered the false advertisement, even though Apple also had like a little fine print on the bottom of their packaging that said they did not endorse people using their iPhones in a swimming pool or while they're bathing in the shower or in a bathtub or whatever. But I guess the AGCM said that even that fine print can't really alleviate for the misleading advertisement that they did.
Yeah, I agree because like nobody has laboratory synthesized pure H2O. I mean, that's just stupid. Like everybody's gonna be using it in a pool. Like somebody's just gonna be like at a pool party and like totally drunk, and then they just drop it in the water. That's what it's meant for, realistically. It's like
Yeah.
accidents where you drop it in the water. But like if it's not even gonna protect against anything else except lab grade water, I mean, yeah, I think they deserve the $12 million fine. Plus, like, I mean, that's chump change for Apple.
Yeah, it is. It really is. And yeah, I mean, I don't think, and I feel like it's kind of stupid. People who would take their phone to the swimming pool or something, like, I mean, that thing is worth $1,000 and it's electronic. I mean, what do you
Yeah,
expect is going to happen?
it's dumb. Like you could just use the lockers, but like I get it if there's an emergency. But like now I wonder like if the watches are waterproof like they say they are, because there's a feature where you can lock out the water and seal it up so like you can swim with it and it's fine up to
Mm.
some probably the same amount of meters. But yeah, I'm definitely not taking this in the water ever again.
I mean, I feel like the watch is a little different because if it has an actual feature, then it probably does prevent some extent. Because the iPhone obviously didn't have a feature that said waterproof mode.
That's true.
We should test it and see what happens.
Not on my watch. I get it.
Not on my watch. No
Got
pun
it.
intended.
That was,
So you don't want to volunteer?
no, I'm just here for the horrible puns. But it says they're water resistant up to 50 meters of depth.
Ooh,
That's deep.
that is deep.
Dude, that's like scuba diving.
Yeah, it really is.
I'd be too scared to do that. Actually, no. When we did the Seven Falls hike, I was swimming with it. It was fine.
Oh,
Nice.
you were?
Yeah, and that was dirty, like disgusting, like stagnant mosquito water with dirt and fish, and
Yeah, the fish were nibbling on their watch. Mm.
they were. Yeah, they were snacking. I'm not gonna lie. But yeah, that's really interesting that like I wouldn't have ever known that if it hadn't been researched like that. So
Yeah, and
I
also,
guess I'm glad it came up. But yeah, I don't. It's just more reason to distrust Apple.
pretty much, and also they don't protect against water damage in their iPhone protection. That was another fine. So
Oh, for Apple Care.
yeah. So what they were fined for was 5 million euros for the false advertisement, and then 5 million euros for not including water damage in their Apple Care.
See, I wouldn't have even known that. Now, what's the point of having Apple Care? Just if your screen cracks?
I guess
Basically.
so.
And battery maybe not working properly. We already know how that happened, why that happens.
Yeah, I already have one of those. That's for sure.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I'm gonna go drop my phone in the toilet and call Apple.
Well, if you do that, be pretty bad. But there's also bad things happening with Disney. Mickey Mouse Funhouse is firing some more people apparently. So we had a story about this back in, I want to say October or somewhere around there, where Disney was laying off, I think it was 28,000 employees across their theme parks in Orlando and Florida. But today they just announced they're having to lay off another 4,000 employees. And they didn't specify which theme park it was at or anything else. They just said 4,000 total. So that's all we have to work with. So that makes the total amount of people who were laid off in the theme parks at 32,000 this year, which is a crazy high number.
Sheesh.
Dang. Well, let's do the math, boys. We love the math about Disney. So the 4,000 people are fired, right?
Oh God, no, not this again.
Let's say that they make a yearly salary of $30,000 a year.
Dude, this is insane.
So times that by 30,000, and we're looking at
$5.
$120 million they're saving.
Yeah,
Hypothetically.
that's true. That's a good point. I feel like they're all getting fired from California just because they can't open Disneyland, and like they don't want to say that they're just firing everybody from that location, because like obviously Florida can be open. They don't, Ron DeSantis doesn't really care, but I don't think California is gonna survive as well, because it's not a free for all like Florida is.
It's possibly true, yeah. But also, in addition to the 32,000 who were laid off, 37,000 were furloughed, which just kind of begs the question: how many people are working at like these Disney resorts? Like,
wait, is that an additional 37,000 to the 32,000? Jeez, dude.
So
yeah, I mean it's no small operation. I mean, there's hundreds of acres.
All right, so we're doing 37,000 plus 32,000. So that's 69,000 employees. Let's say that they all make 30,000 a year. So 69,000 times.
Why do they only make 30,000?
We're doing conservative numbers here,
What if it's the president of Disney?
Oh, well, that just blows out of proportion. We're just being taking it a step down.
Okay.
So we're looking at, I think it's, you guys do the math,
2.07 billion.
Yeah, $2.07 billion they're saving this year.
Dang, that's probably almost the CEO's salary.
I mean, this is a lot of people who are being fired and furloughed. So, I mean, like, are they firing the safety team to make sure the rides aren't going to malfunction?
I mean, that's what the airlines are probably doing.
Because I mean, even when you went to Disney, right, the rides would always break down at least once while you were there. So
it's true. They're probably just firing all the ticket people, and you can just walk in, and then they're also firing all the restaurant people, and you just have to go back into the kitchen and grill your own burgers and hot dogs.
Yeah, that's what I heard, that the ones in Disneyland in California, that you're not allowed to like drink liquids or eat food. So I think they closed down all the restaurants and all that.
What? Dude, people go to Disneyland like all day. If you don't have any water, you're gonna have all the people like passing out.
Yeah, don't quote me on that, but like that's what I've heard. I'm not too sure how valid that statement is, but just maybe that's the reason why they're firing about 4,000 workers, because most of them are restaurant workers or whatnot.
I'm looking it up right now. Disney not allowing water.
Mickey Mouse just sees you drinking water. He comes up to you and slaps it out of your hand, throws you in Disney jail.
He just takes it and pours it out right in front of you while the security holds you down.
Start tasing you.
They finally let you go. You just have to lick it off the ground because there's no other water. I'm sorry. That was too good.
I mean, I guess those you've ever seen those commercials for those what are they called, like the drunk nurses, where they come in and like give you an IV to help you get over a hangover?
Yeah.
And Disney just hires them to rehydrate the guests.
Everybody's gonna be severely dehydrated.
Well, you gotta cut that.
Yeah, cut that word. Cut that word.
Yeah.
We don't like that.
It's about time I said it once.
Yeah, but so
Tyler more work.
So the California park has been closed since March, but the one in Florida opened up in July under restrictions for, I guess, social distancing and stuff. I don't really know how that affects the pricing or the, I guess, the occupancy the parks can operate at. But yeah, Disney's been a. Go ahead.
Oh no, I was just gonna say I'm sure that the wait times are even more insane because they're probably only have the rides at half capacity for everything. So, I would guess people are even less willing to put up with that, which maybe they had to raise the price of tickets.
Probably so.
Hey, it doesn't sound like a fun time to go right now, honestly. I don't care how cheap it is.
Not at all. And on top of that, even though Disney's letting everybody go and basically not making as much revenue as they were previously in the prior year, their stock is actually at an all-time high at $148. So,
nothing makes sense anymore.
Something must be going right for them, because clearly they're in the positive for no apparent reason.
Yeah, dude. Every time Mickey Mouse fires 1,000 employees, the stock goes up 10% overnight and after hours.
Oh my god, that's terrible, but
These
it's kind of true.
these investors are sadistic and greedy. It doesn't matter as long as the CEO is still there. Just be like, it wouldn't even matter if the park's totally self-service. Like the stock would quadruple.
Pretty much. But
What's this
you know what
next?
time it is?
What's that?
It's time for a new IPO, and it's going to be another tech IPO. We've been loving these tech IPOs. They've been coming out left and right. We got another one. We got
Snowflake?
Wish.
Snowflake.
Or I guess I should say Context Logic. That's a dumb name, so I'm just going to call it Wish because that's what it is. They're the parent company for Wish.
Ooh, actually, that's not a bad company.
Yeah, so they just filed today under the SEC. So that was pretty interesting. We don't have a lot of information yet, but we have a little bit. So they're going to be trading under the ticker WISH, which I guess is kind of cool because that's their name. And it's going to be under the NASDAQ, so not the Dow, which makes sense.
Very appropriate for a tech company.
Yeah. And they're going to be offering 2 classes for common stock, Class A, Class B. They didn't really say what their pricing was going to be for these 2, but I think it was that Class B is going to have 20 times the votes as Class A, so it's probably going to be a lot more expensive than Class A because of that, because you get more votes for the board and also for corporate policies.
Shoo, dang. It's probably going to be expensive for regular common stock too, like Class A.
Probably, yeah. So we have a little bit of information on their financials that was released also when they had to file. So in the first 9 months of this year, they lost $176 million and they generated around 1.7 billion, which I think that compares to last year. They're pretty much at the same level they were last year at the end of the year. So they're probably on track to make a little bit more money and maybe lose a little bit more money, but that could just because of the pandemic. So we'll see what happens in the future, but
so they're pretty profitable, or is this like venture capital?
No, they haven't posted profits yet because no one posts profits that are really hyped up, I guess.
Wait, so they lost 176 million but generated 1.7 billion. Oh,
yeah,
so they're
their
operating at a loss then?
Yeah, their expenses were around 2 billion.
Okay, that makes sense. Gotcha. Okay. Wow. Okay. Makes sense. Makes sense for a tech company. They pretty much just like to bleed money for 20 years and then they get returns on their shares. Like Spotify still hasn't posted a profit. They've been around for like at least a decade. Yeah, so it's a buy. Buy rating 100%. But that's pretty cool. I know Wish is good for lots of counterfeit items, mostly new shoe releases. It's pretty much like if Alibaba was a hip tech startup and like way easier and I wouldn't say safer, maybe a little bit to use. So I'm excited. I might throw down some cash for that because it could be pretty big.
I'm with you, Austin. I like this one too. I wish has always been like a company that I've always known, and I actually have bought a couple stuff from them, and the product was actually not bad, so I approve. Also, quick side note: Snowflake is actually at $327 right now.
Oh, dude, should have held it. Wouldn't have lost money. Whatever.
Dude, yeah. If you would have bought on the dip at 217, you would have made $100. I don't know how that's even possible, but yeah.
I bought it for like 287. And I thought I was gonna get killed on it, so I just sold it at a loss.
I'd probably do the same thing. I probably wouldn't have bought it. Yeah, I didn't buy it in the first place, so I mean.
Yeah, well, Warren Buffett's a liar. So actually, no. I mean, it's not even Warren Buffett. It's like it was all the mainstream news at the time. That's the last time I trust anybody. But yeah, Wish is really cool. I actually bought some counterfeit shoes on there and sold them to Tyler. So.
Excuse me?
Made some pretty good money there. Yeah, so I support. I'll probably roll that profit over into some Wish stock as a thank you.
Hell yeah.
Sorry,
Was
Yeah,
it
sorry,
those
all
vans
sales
that you
final.
bought?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, they still haven't come. I'm about to call Wells Fargo tomorrow and tell them it's fraud.
Dude, might have been because they didn't release when you bought them.
They didn't. They refunded me for the one pair, and the other pair, they're like, "Oh, it's still coming." I was like, "Dude, I ordered them a month ago. I'm just gonna call Wells Fargo and be like, hey, I want my money back. This is fraud."
Hmm. Definitely.
It's neither here nor there. Should have copped with Wish though. Hashtag not sponsored.
Yet.
Hopefully, we will be. That'd be pretty cool.
Very soon. Shout out Joe Rogan.
Very soon is when the student loans are going to be needing to be paid back. Unless someone acts, which probably won't happen, but I guess
Unless
it
the
could happen.
CARES Act acts for us.
Or two.
All right, you
Yeah,
guys need to kick me off this show.
So student loan repayments, the actual payments were postponed, and also the interest rates were set to 0 back in March under the CARES Act when that was passed during, to mitigate effects of the pandemic. But that's going to expire at the beginning of next year, which is approaching very rapidly, the next 31 days. So that's probably not going to be extended. I don't imagine. I don't think anything's going to happen. But I mean, it could happen, but I don't think it will. But I don't know. I'm always wrong, so maybe it will happen.
That's a little negative. I don't know. I feel like Joe's cool with throwing the money printer on. I think J Pal might support it if that's the choice that they made. But I think they're gonna need that money back eventually, because isn't it in the multi-billions?
Oh, the what?
The student loan debt.
Oh, it's in the trillions, I'm pretty sure.
Oh, no way.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it is.
All right,
Wow.
I can't count. I'm sure you're right.
Dude, it just doubles every year because of the interest.
Well, Joe Biden was talking about the student loan forgiveness, so maybe if it's in his 100-day plan, they're just gonna throw it off the books. I don't know, but we'll see.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, we'll bring you the news whenever it happens.
Yeah, there's
But
a lot of stress going on with that for sure, with a lot of people that are repaying those.
especially with the effects of people losing their jobs, maybe cut hours, cut pay.
Yeah.
Just stress with the pandemic. It's getting bad again. Well, it never really got better, but it's just getting worse, I guess.
That's not what the stock market is saying.
It gets
We're
worse
better
every
than
day.
ever.
Oh yeah. If you're looking at the stock market, you're like, man, this is the best economy we've ever had since 1987. Yeah, everybody's getting a little too giddy, for sure.
Just wait. We're at the top, but in a couple months we're gonna be at the very bottom again, and everybody's gonna be like, "What happened?"
Yeah, depending on that, the eviction and forbearance,
Mhm.
that could be a big factor, and we only got about 1 month left.
Yeah, that's gonna expire too.
Yep, December 31st. So Tyler's birthday, Dow is going to $5,000 or points.
We're going to throw a party, enjoy the good times together as a family, and
Jeez,
just wait till the burning flames come down on us the very next day.
dude, that'd be the end of civilization.
Oh yeah, tell me about it.
Hashtag
Pretty much.
2021 starting off right.
Yeah, I'm gonna go back to my second semester of my senior year of college, and I'm gonna be the only one in my apartment because everyone got evicted.
Yeah, there's just gonna be stuff in the street everywhere, and there's just like buildings on fire and stuff. everybody's like in the street. That'd be horrible.
That really would be. That's not gonna happen. Obviously,
No.
If it did
No.
happen, I would be scared for my life.
Yeah, I'd have no hope left for the country. Obviously, that's it. It's not really gonna happen. But
I would just sit in my room for a month, and hopefully the food I have in my apartment can last me over, because that's probably how long the Civil War would last.
dude, you'd have to board up your windows and doors. You'd never see sunlight. And people would just be trying to break in and kill you for food. for a can of beans, dude. All the grocery stores would be empty.
I know, right?
Rough stuff. But if you're trying to prepare for a doomsday apocalypse situation, you're gonna need to have some cash on hand to buy emergency supplies, and you can make some money to do that with the biggest winners, the big losers, and the sleepers.
Hit that soundtrack.
Jenks, you boys both got it. MicroStrategy Incorporated sounds like Nikola. What do they do?
I don't know much. They just do software, and they also do cloud services. So it's just, you know, the usual tech company. They just don't really do much. They just do cloud stuff, which is whatever, you know, whatever they define it as.
So pretty much like Fastly.
Yeah, I guess so. They just whatever.
Another cloud company to scam the American public.
Pretty much, yeah. I'm never gonna invest in cloud. I think that would be a big mistake. You know,
it's oversaturated to say the least.
Oh, definitely, without a doubt.
Another field that's really oversaturated is the vaccine market. That's why we got Moderna up at number 2, because nothing makes sense anymore. I'm just kidding. They're actually a front runner for the vaccine, but they're up 20.24%.
Yes, sir. Yeah, and there was news with the UK is going to start. I think they said they're going to start administering vaccinations really soon. I think it was in the next couple of weeks. So they're going to be the first ones, I think.
It's a very quick delivery for sure.
Yeah, but I don't think it was announced what company they'd be using, or if they're using some European company.
Dude, they just like do a total 180 and they're like, all right, it's AstraZeneca. Stock market's like, boom. Pfizer loses 50% in one day.
Oh man, that'd be crazy.
Moderna drops to $3.
Buy the dip. Yeah, the stock market's going to be Armageddon soon. I'm pretty excited for it.
Yep, and I think it will be too, honestly. So let's check out the biggest losers right now.
Yeah, speaking of Armageddon, you already know we got Trev Dog up there for Nikola.
Yep, down 26, almost 27%. That was their close. They were down. They were down more than that, their lowest point, but they bounced up a little bit.
All right, what do you guys think Nikola is going to close out tomorrow? We'll do a little gambling game on the side. I say $15. They're at 20.41 at close today.
I was thinking like 17.75.
I'll say 15 flat.
I think it might. I'm gonna go like 38.
38. It's gonna go up. You go up $18 a share. It probably would. They'd be like, Nikola has lost everything. They're about to go bankrupt. The stock's up like 300% one day.
No, yeah, it's gonna drop. I don't know, $18 maybe, 17.80.
All right, I got the low end. I'm playing the canal bet.
That you are, and you know, maybe when we get out of school here, we'll do a road trip to visit the Nikola factory and interview some of the workers, and you know, get a walkthrough of the hole in the ground.
Yeah, hell yeah!
I'm down. It's only about an hour away.
Like, well, you see this open field right here. That's going to become the factory someday. You know, right here is where we're going to start producing the semi trucks, and hopefully store the batteries over here.
While they're giving us a tour, somebody just like pulls up in a truck, like skids in the parking lot. All right, shut everything down. We're out of money. We're just like, oh, you guys got to go. Oh my gosh! But
let's say we're independent journalists.
I'm down. We can try it out.
I'm all for it.
What's the second one?
Yeah, number 2, we got Sunnova Energy International Incorporated. They're down about 10%, and they're just a solar panel company. So they just provide, you know, the panels, installation, maintenance, stuff like that. Ooh. But they're a smaller one. They're based in, I think it was Houston, Texas.
Boom.
And they only have about 80,000 clients, which is, I mean, it's a good number, but it's not, you know, the mega company.
It's nowhere near Sunrun and Solar City.
Yeah, but if you're looking for a little hidden one, maybe this one could be your baby. You know, maybe it could explode and take over Texas.
I totally agree. I think all of Texas is going to be on solar by end of Q1 2021. Just a conservative estimate from me.
Okay, Asti, I see you.
Everybody gets a free solar panel, so you know, I think it's a realistic scenario.
I agree. Texas, Arizona, Mexico, maybe part of California is going to be entirely run on solar panels.
Mhm.
Probably Washington and Oregon, and maybe like the East Coast will be entirely funded on or powered by hydropower, and then the Midwest by wind power, 100%. That's probably going to be like in the first month of 2021.
Yeah, I would totally agree. Actually, we just got breaking news. Portland and Seattle are already 100% solar panel.
Seattle goes to solar panels. It's like rainy every day.
They could do water turbines, maybe hydroelectric, like with the dam.
Maybe.
Hydrogen cells? Nikola? What?
Tyler's having flashbacks. They just dam up the whole Puget Sound like there's a drought. But there's no drought and there's no short supply of money to be made with those sleeper stocks. Sleep, 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 sleep,
Sleep, sleep, sleep, sleep,
sleep, sleep, sleep.
sleep, sleep.
Number one, we got Grubhub Incorporated under the ticker GRUB. This is a great company. So if you need some grub, go to the hub and order some grub.
Dang, Dave, you're a real slogan writer.
Okay.
I know. What can I say? I just have natural talent. I wrote the slogan for the biggest winners and biggest losers, and I'm going to write this slogan too. Hopefully Grubhub incorporates it. If they do, I would expect to, be recognized at least a little bit.
Have some royalties.
It's true. I would be willing to compose the music for it. So I think we got a good team.
I'll voice it.
I've personally never used Grubhub. I've used Postmates and maybe Uber Eats one time, but that was about it. Postmates is just, I don't know. I feel like it's the standard for this sort of thing, but all these other services are starting to take over pretty quick.
Yeah, exactly.
Grubhub used to be like the ugly child, and like nobody wanted to like use it, but yeah, Postmates is kind of failing.
Yeah, they are. They just released news about their IPO, I think, a couple of weeks ago, right? Or was that a couple of days ago?
Yes, sir. I don't remember the exact financials on it, but yeah, I do remember that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it is getting pretty congested. So I guess there's only gonna be one winner, maybe two winners. I don't know. I'm staying out of it because I don't really care how much, I guess.
Yeah, it's just easy enough to go get the food. But one thing you can't get on Grubhub, actually you can, but we got McDonald's.
Mickey
Oh.
D's.
Everybody's favorite.
Yeah, they're pretty good actually. They were getting a lot of hate, and then I think they did something a couple years ago about how they make their burgers, and now they're not bad actually.
Yeah, the new way that they do the quarter pounder is very tasty. I'm also a big fan of that dollar menu, and they send out some really good discounts in their apps. So, got 20 chicken nuggets for $1.
Wow.
Sorry.
Sir.
Yeah. So.
Also, they got the
Sorry, that's
McPlant coming out.
unbeatable. The what?
The McPlant. Also, that's coming out.
Oh, that's true. I almost forgot. How could we forget?
Alternative meat.
Exactly. Just spreading their wings to a larger horizon of people. More people coming in, more sales.
It's very true.
I like
It's
it. I
good.
like it.
As long as it's not horse meat, should be all right.
Jesus. All right.
Hey, man, never know.
Number 3, we have Brookdale Senior Living Incorporated under the ticker BDK. They are the largest senior retirement home service in America, and it's not even close. They have, I think, like 70,000 homes, and the next competitor has like 30,000. So
that's wild.
They're killing the game. I thought about investing in them a couple of years ago, but I never did. And I think now would be a pretty good time to get in because they have been obliterated by some certain little microscopic particle.
Oh, that we're not gonna be able to name. Yeah, they were topped out at about 840 at the beginning of the year, but yeah, they're down to 424.
Yeah, so
Might
they
have to
have a
go
pretty
all
high.
in.
They have a pretty high volume, and they're pretty cheap right now. I don't think they give out dividends, though. I don't quite know. I haven't looked into it super thoroughly yet, but they'd be on my radar. I don't know. Maybe I'll pull some triggers on it on tomorrow because I sold off one of my shares just today.
Which one?
Ooh.
Anheuser-Busch?
No, I already did that. Micron.
Ooh, smart man. Good time to sell. Yeah, Brookdale could be the wave of the future. You never know.
Yeah, and they're definitely super low right now, and I think there probably will be a bounce back in the future. I got to look at their financials a little bit, see if they can survive for another 8 months, maybe.
12 minutes.
But yeah, if you're watching from out of the country, in America, it's pretty much good. Like in America, what you do with your old like parents and grandparents, you just throw them in a retirement home and kind of forget about them.
Yeah. As sad as that is to say, yeah, I know in other places like India, it's your parents come back to live with you when they get old and need to be taken care of. But here you pretty much just burn through their money and put them in a home.
Yeah, so I don't think that's going to change anytime soon. I mean, those homes are definitely not
Jeez.
good. I don't think I'd want to live in them.
Oh, no, definitely not. But the real estate holdings alone should make them a very stable investment. If you think
Oh,
about
yeah.
like worst case, if they just even if they had to sell off all the real estate, they could still put up a huge profit, I'm sure.
True.
Ooh, but speaking of technological innovations, we got a quick word from the best podcasting platform out there. So let's see what Anchor has to say. Let's hit that ad. Yeesh. No new additions to that bankruptcy boneyard. Still have not eaten at Ruby Tuesday.
True.
Kanal took the dube today, so I guess anybody can go first. Just in case you're trying to keep score at home, it's Dave 43. I'm Austin. I got 40. Kanal has 38. Tyler has 33.
I'm back.
And
Be
Tyler's coming back.
We're back. All right. My number is 29,444.44.
Is that the close today? Oh no, it's not.
No, it's not.
Just a slight dip.
Yeah, I can see a little baby dip.
Okay. I'm with it.
Interesting.
I'm different. Yeah, I'm different.
Yeah, I think it's probably gonna dip again. I think we probably topped out, and maybe this is the beginning of the descent. Hopefully, that'd be kind of cool. So I'm gonna say 29,300 flat.
Okay.
Well, boys, we go 29,938.64.
300 point increase.
Yeah, I'm kind of feeling it. Actually, maybe I'll just go 29,999.9.
Ooh, you're
Bet.
feeling yourself?
Feeling himself. I'm feeling myself.
A little bit.
So, Kanal's gonna say 29.7.
Possibly.
No, it's gonna happen.
Wait, what? Who picked the lowest number?
David 29,300. He's either gonna do 29.7 or
29.2.
29.2. Yeah.
It's unreal. Yeah. Yeah, we should just like have an auto text like program to just send our numbers at 6:29 a.m. so he has no time to figure out what we're gonna say.
I know.
And then we could be in violation
That is true.
on accident. Dun dun dun. I guess we'll never know. But making big predictions tomorrow, so I guess we'll have to see what happens. Want to thank everyone for listening. We hope you enjoyed the show. Leave us a voice message on anchor.fm/gauchos or biggauchos.com if you want to send us an investing tip. We might play on the show. Tyler, hit that disclaimer. Let's go.
Big Gauchos, quick disclaimer because we love disclaimers. We are not licensed brokers, and everything said on this podcast is from our experiences, which are our opinions. We are not licensed to any loss. We're not liable for any lost gains, but we're directly liable for all major gains. But with that being said, please do your due diligence and make sure you know exactly what you guys are getting into, because like we said, we do not want you guys losing money, and we want you guys to make money with us. Please like and subscribe. We're growing every day because of you guys. And with that being said, Big Gaucho Dave, let the viewers know our amazing Instagram.
Yeah, so the Instagram is at Big Gauchos. So go over check us out. We post some pretty cool stuff every now and then, mostly every now, sometimes every then. So go check us out. Send it to your friend group, your mom, your dad, your grandma, your grandpa, your dog's Instagram account. We know you guys do that kind of stuff. It's kind of weird, but nothing against that. We support it. And yeah, thank you for the love and support.
Yeah, we do support that. Just give us a repost story on the Golden Retriever account. And make sure if you're listening to us on YouTube, check us out on those streaming services: Apple, Spotify, Anchor, YouTube, Google Podcast, Breaker, Radio Public, Overcast, or you can add us to your own RSS feed application anywhere you want. Listen to us at work, on the way to work, pretty much doing anything you want. Just don't tell your boss. And make sure, especially if you're listening on Apple, you leave us a rating 1 to 5 stars. We do not accept anything less than 4.5 stars. Leave us a solid review. Tell us who your favorite Big Gaucho is or something you'd like to see on the show. Boys, anything else to add before we leave those people until Friday?
Watch Nikola sink, buy some Lordstown. You won't regret it.
True. Tickers ride.
Ride or die.
Yes, sir. And on that note, invest safely. Good night from Arizona. Hope amazing Monday. Peace.